My first experience with VR was in a compressor. I was immediately intrigued by it. I was learning about our compressors by being in the virtual world. So I could immediately see from a new employee that they would also gain the same experience that I was gaining.
We like to teach hands-on. That hands-on is always the best training to do, but we're not always able to do that in our environment of where we teach. Lockout, tagout procedures in the startup and shutdown procedures, those are usually on-the-job training. With the VR, they can sit there and practice it over and over until they get it correctly.
That's pretty cool because you get to see what you're really going to be doing out there, but just in a VR form, it's pretty realistic. You visually see everything exactly how it's going to be out there. You get to see a lot of stuff you don't see in the actual classroom setting.
They come to Bears Academy when they first get hired on at Kodiak, and while they're there, we've got them in headsets throughout the week.
We can talk about component IDs all day long in the classroom and show pictures, but until you actually get on location and you see the unit in the compressor, it doesn't really make sense.
It's very loud out in the field, so even if they're with somebody's trying to show them, they're trying to teach them, the environment alone is not necessarily conducive to learning.
With VR, you're actually out there on location and you're actually going through the process of doing a startup and shutdown procedure.
In an environment that's not impacting field operations and our customers.
When I walked out to that station and had all this big equipment around me, it was daunting. Like I was young, it was really scary looking at all this stuff. You go into that and you're able to go around and look at stuff. It gives them all the opportunity to see these things before they go out there.
I think the benefit we've seen the most is the excitement around new technology and that we're trying something new. For our new hires, we do a survey. We ask them a bunch of questions about their experience, where we get to the favorite thing, and it's VR training, being in the VR headsets. What do I want to do more of? VR training.
Component ID, a PM checklist, learn the flow of the gas. They can actually figure out this is an engine, this is a compressor, this is the different parts of the compressor. It's a lot easier to go in there and put on a headset and know what a compressor and all their components are than it is to try to read a book, look at a PowerPoint or something like that.
Then go back to the field later with a lot more confidence because, okay, I remember doing this or I practiced this 4 times, and each of the field offices has headsets there for them to check out and continue that repetition and that practice on their own.
What I really like about the VR is it gives the student an opportunity to experience a process in a safe environment, and so if they mess up something, they don't break anything, they don't get hurt.
You're not going to mess up a piece of $5 million equipment if we press the wrong button in a VR.
And so from a scalable, growth-oriented company, we need things like this to supplement with the instructor-led training to take it to the next level. I think right now is the perfect time for VR implementation because of scalability issues. Our footprint has grown across the US and even international at this point.
The training that we can do will be unlimited to the point I can be in one area, the technician or somebody can be at another office. I can get in with them in that same room that they're training in and go over the different steps with them.
Learning our standard operating procedures, we're guaranteeing you're following the process we want you to follow, I think is going to really help keep our skill level consistent across as we scale and as we grow. Kodiak wants to be the best at everything we do. We try to stay cutting edge, we stay innovative, we're never going to settle. What we did yesterday is not going to be good enough for tomorrow. With the goal of making our guys the best technicians in the industry to support our customers. That's the bottom line of who we are. Our entire executive team immediately was sold on not only the benefit to our guys and their ability to learn, but the innovative factor that we're trying something new.